watched the first 2 episodes last night. It was fucking great and very original and interesting. And I was telling you before that it made me think of this place that they discovered fairly recently in Turkey called Derinkuyu. And Derinkuyu is this underground city that's massive. I think it could hold 20,000 people.
Wow.
Something nutty like that.
I've seen pictures of it. Yeah.
Found completely by accident.
Yeah.
So some guy lost one of his chickens, went through a hole in the wall and never came back. And he was trying to figure out where this fucking chicken went. So he broke down the wall to see what was going on. And then they realized that there's this insane underground city.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, underneath this town in Turkey. And it's massive. Just absolutely massive. They have no idea who made it. There's no historical record of it.
Any idea of when?
Well, you know, they make guesses based on stuff they find there. But it's when you carbon date an object, right? So you could go visit the pyramids today, right? And you could leave behind some stuff, right? And then everybody dies, humanity dies out in a cataclysm, and then 100,000 years from now, people start looking through the piles of some of these sites, and the pyramids will probably still be there. And if there was any organic material left, like a book that you left, or a leather-bound book or some piece of wood, they could carbon date that. And then that would say the time that you were there, but it wouldn't say the time that the actual structure was made.
Oh, right.
So who knows how long people... Show me some more pictures of that, please.
I was looking up when it was made.
Do they know?
No, definitely don't know.
They
don't
didn't
have
even
any
know it
material to
existed.
test.
I mean, when was it found? I feel like it was found in the 20th century.
There must have been some kind of hostile force that they built it to.
Exactly. Or something going on outside. And not just hostile, but environmental. So 1963, rediscovered in 1963.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
That's crazy.
It's in his fucking house. Even today, only 10% of it is accessible to tourists. The rest is still being explored. That's how nuts it is. So how many people do they think it held when it was operational? I think it's something like 20,000 people. I mean, that's how big this place is.
That's amazing.
So they don't know when or why, and depending on around 20,000 people. Plus livestock and food stores.
Really? How they farmed down there?
Who fucking knows? I don't know. But they had grain storage. They had all kinds of stuff down there.
Oil presses?
18 levels reaching 85 meters. So 280 feet deep into the ground with ventilation shafts, wells, stables, wine and oil presses, storage rooms, chapels, and schoolrooms, plus a half-ton circular stone doors that could be rolled shut from the inside only. So they were obviously either fighting off some sort of an army, or the outside air was hostile. There was something going on.
Got too hot or something?
Could have been.
Yeah.
Well, there's been many moments in the time that human beings were alive where there have been cataclysms. There's this thing called the Younger Dryas impact theory that's around 11,800 years ago. There's all this evidence that there was massive asteroid impacts all over the Earth, comet impacts. And they think that it was probably a reset of civilization. And so this could have been post that. It could have been how some people survived in these areas.
Human beings have this amazing ability to survive.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is Silo. I mean, it's really Silo is a modern version of Derinkuyu.
Yeah. And here I was, in the middle of lockdown when I received those scripts, and I was like, oh, this is actually talking about right now.
Yeah.
This is about a controlled society where information is censored and where compliance is necessary, and if you don't comply, you get sent out into the hostile environment. It was all too familiar metaphorically for me.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Because you got to think that he must have written that before, right?
Yeah, many years ago.
So it was just got lucky.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Here we go.
Synchronicity.
Yeah. I've been blessed that way in my career. Yeah.
What do you think that's about? Do you ever wonder why you're so lucky? Obviously, you're very talented, but it's also, there's a lot of talented people that nothing ever happens for them.
I think it comes down to the ability to say no at crucial times when I was facing down either, when I remember when I first had my first child, and I was broke. And I got offered this comedy that was dumb, and it was $1 million, and I needed the money. And I also had an opportunity if I waited. Robert Altman was trying to put together The Player. So I threw caution in the wind and said, no, I can't do that stupid comedy.
What was the stupid comedy? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was called Folks. I remember flying out to L.A. to meet on it, and I'm with Alan Arkin. And he was the guy that was going to play my father in this thing. And he said, what the fuck are you doing this script for? I said, I need the money. He says, I don't know. I'm not sure I want to do this thing. Right? I was like, thank you, Alan Arkin, for confirming what I was thinking.
Wow.
But, yeah. And so I said no, and then Player came through and shifted my whole career. So
Yeah, it's a matter of following that voice in your head, the instinct, the one that's telling you this is the right way to go.
yeah.
Even though there's all sorts of influence that want to lead you
Yeah.
into the other direction.
There was a period of time about 10, 15 years ago when I got offered in the course of 7 months, I got offered to play the head of the CIA 3 times.
Did you ever wonder what that's all about?
I couldn't even imagine. I mean, for some reason, that was, I don't know. I have no idea. And then a couple years after that, and again, you know, you're looking down at your bills and your mortgages and stuff, and you need the money, and just have to. I don't want to do that, right? Then a few years after, a couple years after that, I got offered in the course of a couple months, one to play the head of FIFA. Which is a corrupt organization, but in the movie it was, you know, they were the best people in the world, right?
Propaganda.
Not to mention that the head of FIFA was a Brazilian, and I had, you know, but they were offering a ton of money, and basically it was FIFA producing a movie about itself.
Oh, wow.
And after that, I got an offer to play the head of the Chilean mine that was had just had this huge disaster, and it turns out the mining company was. They were really nice people, you know, according to the script. And it wasn't bad management or anything, or you know, that made the disaster happen. So I realized that the oligarchs are starting to make a movie about themselves. It's got oligarchical cinema. It's like they produce movies that make themselves look really good.
And you can get away with it.
Oh hell yeah! Nobody knows. Nobody cares, and they think they can buy anybody. And they almost bought me, but I have to. At times, I just have to look, you know, face it down and say, "Listen, it's not right in my heart. I can't do it."
Yeah. Well, that's great. You've got that North Star.
It's great that I had the luxury to do that. You know, oftentimes people don't have that luxury.
Right, and one bad decision can pigeonhole you in a bad direction, and then you'll never get the ones that you really want.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
These movies about you playing CIA head, did they ever get made?
Oh yeah, yeah. There were TV shows and movies. Yeah.
Was any of it any good?
No. I remember when we were doing movies like you know, the Day of the Condor, you know, which was like critical of the CIA, and I think now we have the rogue CIA agents that are actually good guys. And you know, listen, CIA, you know, whatever it does, nobody really knows the extent of what they do, but they do have a lot of good portrayals in the media.
Well,
so.
I think there's good people that are in the CIA as well. And I think that it's necessary. I just think that they obviously have unchecked power, and they've done some really fucking shady shit.
Yeah.
You know, in the name of this is the right thing to do right now, including selling drugs.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember that. Iran-Contra. I remember that.
That's one of the, I mean, I remember that because I guess I was either right out of high school. It was like in that area where the whole Oliver Stone thing was on television all the time. And it was just
Oliver North,
excuse me.
Yeah.
Oliver North and Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
And there was this guy, Jimmy Tingle, hilarious Boston stand-up comedian, who had a great joke about it, where they're interviewing Ronald Reagan. And they say, Mr. President, did you ever sell arms to people who hate us? And he's like, I don't remember.